Right, guys. Now it is being reported that Jack Grealish is probably going to be going to Man City after Man City have put in a bid of £100 million, nine figures, for an Aston Villa player. Now, don't get me wrong, Jack Grealish is a very good player, but he's not 100 million. That there's a big question: is he worth it? No, he's not. He got, I think he got 19 goal involvements last season. James Milner, the season before he joined Man City in 2010, I think it was, in the 09-10 season, got well over 25 goal involvements that season. James Milner. I know Jack Grealish has been injured this season, but he's not a £100 million player. I'd put him on the same level as Riyad Mahrez. And City signed Riyad Mahrez 3 years ago for, I think it was around the £60 million mark. They should not be paying nearly double that for Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish, if this is true and Villa have got the choice to accept a £100 million bid for Jack Grealish, they would absolutely be stupid not to accept it. I know he's like every Aston Villa fan's. He's like God to every Aston Villa fan. I get that, but think about what Aston Villa could do with £100 million. They could literally like bolster their squad so much. Like, where did they finish last season? I think they finished ninth, roughly. Like mid-table, they finished. Next season, if they invest this £100 million in players that they're linked with, like Leon Bailey, James Ward-Prowse, Tammy Abraham, and also a few others, maybe another centre-back as well, they could push for Europe. In fact, they probably will get Europe if they invest that in their squad wisely. But Jack Grealish, he's a very good player, but he's not one of the best players in the league. He's not as good as Mohamed Salah. He's not Harry Kane. He's not even Bruno Fernandes. He's a very good player, but people like him because he has that sort of flair that's like he's exciting to watch. I get it, he's exciting to watch, but you don't pay £100 million for a player who otherwise you would probably get for 60 million. And plus, obviously, we all know that English players this summer and from now on probably are going to cost a lot more than like a Portuguese player or Spanish, French, German, Czech Republic player. And that's purely because like it's an English league. English players are going to cost more. It's like a premium that's added onto their price. And if Man City is stupid enough to pay this, I'd be amazed. £100 million for Jack Grealish. I can't see how a player who City have already well stocked up in that area. They've got Ferran Torres, who's finished last season very well, Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden. There's 5 players who can play in all of them positions. And why do you need Jack Grealish? Surely a striker is more needed. And even with 160 million for Harry Kane, that's ridiculous as well. He's not worth that. It should be 100 million for Harry Kane, because Harry Kane is arguably the best striker in the world. That's fair enough. 100 million for him. That's a fair price. It's not overpriced. It's not really underpriced. Whereas Jack Grealish, he, does he actually add any? Would he actually add anything more to this team than what Bernardo Silva adds or what Ilkay Gundogan added last season? Ilkay Gundogan, if I remember correctly, costed Man City in 2016 no more than 20 million. It might have even been less than that, I'm not sure, but it definitely wasn't over 20 million. Bernardo Silva, 40 million. Riyad Mahrez, 60 million. Ferran Torres, 20 million. Raheem Sterling, fair enough, he was 50 million. But with Raheem Sterling, at the time he joined Man City, I think he was only 20. He'd come off 3 very good seasons with Liverpool, as much as some Liverpool fans would like to make out that he wasn't a great player. He'd scored he'd scored 20, I think something like 22, 23 goals in 3 seasons. That for a teenager like who isn't a striker is relatively good. And in comparison, Raheem Sterling, aged 20, had scored, like I just said, about 20, no more than 25 goals for Liverpool. Jack Grealish, I don't think he's even reached 40 career goals yet or something. I've read that statistic somewhere. I don't know if that's true. Don't hold me to it. But he like, I can't believe some Aston Villa fans are wanting their club to reject this. You've got to take the money. Like as good, like take Liverpool for example. 2018, we got an offer from Barcelona for Felipe Coutinho for 120 million that could rise up to 140, but I don't think Barca have even paid the money for that yet. And with that money, they reinvested it in 2 positions that were crying out for an improvement, goalkeeper and centre-back. That went on to win us the Champions League. And before Coutinho joined, we'd signed Mohamed Salah, which Salah played Mane's position from the previous season, and Mane played in Coutinho's position from the previous season. Like that transformed Liverpool, that transfer. And if Aston Villa can get rid of Jack Grealish for 100 million, they have to. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. If you see something like more in Jack Grealish than a very good Premier League player, I wouldn't say he's world class. 100 million, if you're costing 100 million pounds, you should be at least like a guaranteed starter for your country. And Jack Grealish isn't that. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.